We're live, folks.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dustin Garman with another episode of Tell Us About Yourself with my co host, Chibi.
Ah, just got hit with a bunch of chairs. Thank you, Penguin. Ow. I'm gonna need a minute.
and, oh, okay, buddy. You're good. And in today's episode, our special guest is none other coming to you live from his back seat of his car. No, I'm just playing.
No.
Ito Ortiz. And how's it going, buddy?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
I just want to say real quick, just like our show last week, continued prayers for Bob Dunn and
Yeah.
hope in his recovery.
Yeah.
Now, Ito, starting with you, how you been, bro?
I'm doing good now. I just got out of bronchitis right now. But I'm feeling good now.
I'm glad you can be on. I hate that stuff. I used to get that all the time. Sinus would kick in instantly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, how was your little Marktober trip?
It was really good. I seen familiar faces, new faces. I actually saw. Finally, I got to see Brian Wayford Schmidt for the first time. Finally, I saw the man. He's like, wow, he's taller than me. It's like, whoa.
I mean, how long did he make you wait for it?
Huh? I know. I don't know how long he made me wait for it, but wow, he was like, wow, it was a long time. Well, he's cool. He's really
So to start things off, which we had you on about, I want to say close to 2 years ago, and it's crazy to think because that's when we had our rivalry table match.
Oh, God.
time is flying. I swear.
That match of tables where there was not a single table in either of your decks. Why? I'm still mad about that one.
I didn't watch Talk of the Universe. That's my excuse.
You have to talk. You have to like ask Jim Calais about that. He was the one that like gave us that final word, and I was like, me and Dustin were like, what? A tables match? We're not even prepared. I thought it was supposed to be a one-on-one singles match, no DQ. So no,
Well,
it's table.
in my defense, I didn't actually hear it was a tables match till 2 minutes before the game.
Yeah.
You could throw one table in at that point.
I don't know. It was a hard setup, But anyway, moving on. Back then, we talked about your characters and such, but some things I was wanting to talk to you about is just this year in general. I don't get to speak to you as much,
Yeah.
but how you been this year? What are some things you're looking forward to?
Looking forward to next month, my 4th year anniversary SRG. It's gonna
Congratulations.
November 16th. That will be the time. Like I said, without Bob Dunn, I wouldn't be in the SRG. He was the guy that trained me. And
how did you come across Bob Dunn?
I think it was like November. November 15th. I went to House Rules Gaming like in 2019, and I saw everybody playing SRG, and I was like, okay. And sure enough, I met, they keep saying, Bob the Brain Dunn, Bob the Brain Dunn. I said, who's Bob the Brain Dunn? That guy. And they pointed to that's the guy. And I was like, that's Bob the Brain Dunn? He's bigger than me. I was like I said, I was like intimidated. I was like really scared of everyone in locals. I was like, oh man, he must be the enchilada. The whole thing is like, ooh. I was like really like scared, like whew, really shy. But when he brought me in and he talks. He's really cool person every way. He helped me a lot. He gave me stuff, Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, without him, there's no bodybuilding from that Florida SmackDown event. Without him, I would never have the competitor.
And there's definitely a lot of things that have happened in the LFF due to just everybody Eto being a entity in this. So, yeah, we would have missed out on a lot of stuff if we weren't a part of it. And getting back to the previous one, where last time we had you on, it was in character.
Yeah.
The first time we had you on, you were yourself again.
Yeah.
But then the second time we had the Fiend, or the friend Kane, come on. And I don't remember if during the second season, did we have international Caribbean Eto on? Okay. So you've had multiple characters. My question is, do you prefer to be in character when just playing, or is it just one of those things of like you just like making these characters?
I like to be in character when playing the game, is because like, you know, that's why usually feel my comfort zone. That's all. Like I said, with the way Ray always said, it's hard to find my confidence, but when I turn into that, I can be anything I want to be.
And that's one thing we kind of touched a little bit. Well, Steve mentioned, Super Show, it's where we can kind of live our fantasies, and it's kind of cool because at times, characters wise, for me, I'm like 5'4", I'm short, but when I'm on camera, y'all don't know that. When I meet you in person, you're like, wow, he's about as tall as Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
So,
this game, you get to live your wildest fantasies without taking a chair shot. Unless you're a chibi, then you get chair shotted all the time. But yeah. So the other question I have is, do you have any other characters that you have in your wheelhouse or in your mind that you've been brewing? Because I know that both of them are a little different from each other, and it's been a while since we've even seen everybody Edo. I mean, we see Huskus as much as we can now. I love seeing promos with him, but what is the next character that might be coming out of the mind of Edo?
I don't know. It could be like everybody Edo being, becoming like a dark person. Instead of being the friend, he could be like the dark person.
Fair enough.
You can, because you've seen Oktoberfest, I removed the mask, and it was I told everybody that was stage 1 is complete, thanks to Matt Nealon.
And then that's when you also got Huskus back.
Yeah, and stage 2 is October 31st. You'll see something different.
Yeah, and that's just in 6 days. So look forward to that on next Monday.
Sorry, Chief.
Sorry, just to make a reminder, if anyone has any questions for Edo, they can ask in Twitch chat, or if they are in the Zoom room, they can use the raise hand function, and we'll get to them. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is, now it seems like your character, everybody, it seems like at first, kind of like Chibi mentioned, you were friendly at first. Is there something that kind of builds his rage into this dark side, I guess you can say? What fuels him?
Well, what fuels is like, you see these puppets, these dolls, plush toys. They look all cute and everything, all fuzzy like and everything, but like I have like a little demon inside me and all that. I think we all have demons inside of us that, in different ways and whatnot. And I like to entertain people, not to, it's like, oh my god, this guy he has problems. Nothing like that.
Now I gotta say that John Calais, that doll actually looks a whole lot better than the real one. I mean, real life person.
That's nice right there.
That one was a really big part of the original cashing in of the Cookie Fortune.
Yeah.
Now I've also. Oh, go ahead, Ito. I'm sorry.
I always thank Kid Thunder for giving me that what he played. Always thank him.
And also, I've seen where you've done your, you've kind of little bit brought back the cool, international cool, or I'm sorry, my mind's blank right now, but
Jorgito International Cool, yeah.
yes. Tell me a little bit about that character.
Like I said, Jorgito International Cool is he's not from like from Puerto Rico or nothing, not like the way Carlito is. He's from New Bedford. He's a tough guy. He does whatever he wants or whatever he feels like, and he always get into fights and everything. And he always puts sunglasses on. I always put my sunglasses on every time I go outside. Rain, shine, winter, all that. And with a flannel shirt, Hawaiian flannel or anime flannel. And my mom and dad said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Looking cool."
Oh, I need to take notes. Is there any questions so far?
No questions.
All right.
We're just taking in the fact that we haven't seen Eto. We've seen a couple of promos recently, but before this last bit of stage 1 going into stage 2, we didn't really get to see a lot of promos from you, Eto. Like every now and again, we would get the "I'm coming back" for the intergalactic title, but besides that, you've been pretty quiet. Are there any other titles, any other things you're trying to accomplish that you're interested in letting us know about?
I'm really trying to really get my hands on, and I'm trying. I know that I have to win the online tournaments every Thursday or the boss fights and the pop-up event. But like I say, I have no time for it, or like I said, if somebody can sponsor me, but if they can't, it's okay. But I have the time for it, but the problem is that, I'm all set and ready to go. It's just that if people don't want to, it's fine. I don't care.
Money's tight all around. It's completely understandable.
Yeah, these are trying times for sure. I mean, we can't hold that against you. There's no, you do what you can. I can't always play.
What I'm looking for is the United States Championship. That's what I'm looking for now.
Nice.
Interesting.
But if I win or lose, the intergalactic match against Piglet, that's what I'm going for the United States. I don't know who it is. I think it's Banshee, right?
Screaming Banshee lost.
Okay.
For America, it's now. What's the guy?
I can't think of it either. Just coming in, I've kind of lost track. I just spoke with him yesterday in the tournament too. I feel so horrible.
U.S. title is Simon Davner with Brian Cage beating.
I've always wanted to see, because he calls himself a prize fighter in many ways. Like that prize fighter. Huh?
I mean, he's had a good run so far. He's had 2-3 belts right now.
3 belts. That's impressive. Like it. Everybody has done it besides. Well, I've done it already, but I told him that if I win the Intergalactic, why don't we put it for title?
I don't know if that's going to be really good for everything else, but it'd be fun for storyline purposes anyway. We have our first question. Talia Mabata would like to ask, who has a bigger stuffed animal collection, you or Cheetah?
Oh, I don't know. So far, I don't know. I haven't seen Cheetah's collection though.
Cheetah always says that everything that he does is the best and the most amazing and all that stuff. and usually it's like, oh, okay, it's a decent size. But I do think that you have a bigger collection. But
Oh, yeah.
like that's just a choice portion of it. I know a lot of them go to your niece now, right?
Oh, my niece has like about 40 plush toys and all that. I have what here? Like 20 so far. Even
I
Digimon.
think probably the only way we could determine that is who spends the most quarters when they go to Walmart and play the crane game.
Oh man.
Well, that's not fair if you're really good at them and you just win off of 2 quarters.
I'm just playing. I don't know. That is a tough question, though.
That's a tough part. But I have to say, I think it would be the bodybuilding will have the most because all I see is a little bit of plush toys and cheetahs. When I see him in the Zoom room, he only has like a little bit of Pokemon plush toys here and there. I don't know.
So that's still up to be determined, but I think eventually we will have a plushie off photo shoot to see who has more plushies.
I'll definitely do that.
I think that's definitely something that we can get going on the discussion, or just as a weekly post for that matter. So another question, Edo, you've been around. You say it's almost your 3rd year anniversary for this. So I gotta ask, who has been the most fun for you to work with? And who's someone that you would like to work with in the future for promo?
For promo work, I would have to say, a couple of people. One would be if we could reignite our rivalry, the host of the show. I would definitely do that. But
No more tables.
no.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was brain dead after the first one. I'm gonna like
Table match where every single Armenian had to be hit every time.
lariat.
Not Armenian.
Or Lariat.
20,000 lariats.
And the other one I would like to work with is with Splits. I would like to work with.
Okay.
I would like to work with.
Shaggy Shark asks if it's alright, can he burn another member of the buddy building after he burns Huskus the cow?
He already burned it in the card.
Oh, he's asking for permission to burn another one. Granted, why a shark wants to use fire, I will never know.
Okay, he can burn one more, I suggest. He can burn the cop.
Burn the cop. Oh, God.
Like cops. You can burn the cop dog. You can burn that one.
Oh. Okay.
Officer.
Now, talking about some things that you're looking forward to, we're also in the same faction for Faction Wars. What I'm looking forward to it. I know you are. What are some goals of yours for Faction Wars?
I just want to hey, we go in phase 0. We're gonna do the best we can in the team. We're gonna help each other out anywhere we can. I'm trying to give out some cards for everyone in the team as possible to get set up. Like I said, just have fun. If the dice is in your favor, great. If the dice are cold, can't do nothing.
Unthaw them. I mean, that's all.
Pretty much.
Just have fun because this is like I said, my first time being a leader, being captain in the Faction Wars, and the bodybuilding being the first to appear in Faction Wars. So I just want the experience. The more experience we get, the better. Like I said, it's like baseball. It's always next year.
That's another interesting question to ask. So, being as it is your first year as leader in Faction Wars, I remember that there was a minor hiccup on your pick. Can you tell me what pick it actually was and what went through your head when you had a little daisy?
The pick that I wanted to go with was Pluto, but I didn't hear anything was going on in round 1. I didn't hear. I think it was
The Ultra Cosmic Crusader.
the Ultra Cosmic Crusaders got that, and I was like, ugh. I said, "Wait a minute, Pluto's hit that thing?" And they said, "Yes." I was like, "Oh man, I couldn't hear nothing because there was 4 people. You know, like you have 4 people yelling at each other, like in the view, the bickering each other. I could not hear a word what they were saying. And I told Jim Clay, boss, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear anything. I didn't hear the whole trio that was picked. I didn't know. I made a boo boo Pluto, and I was like, oh.
I mean, there were quite a few boo boos going around, so it's not like that was that big a thing. But it's always just like, what was the actual pick? It's like, oh, Pluto. Yeah, no, that's an easy one to overlook, especially for the Ultra Cosmic. So let's see. Got another question, Dustin?
Yeah, I was just making sure nobody has asked. Now, going forward and stuff like that. I think you mentioned that you're wanting to go possibly Grand Gathering.
Yeah, it'll be my first time.
And just like I mentioned on the last show, it is well worth it. I'm telling you, it's like I said last show. I would describe it as more fun than Gen Con. It's totally worth going. Who are some other? I know you went to Marktoberfest. You said you mentioned that you met some people that you had never met before. Who are some others that are out in the LFF that you would like to meet? I know there's tons, but who are some things that come to or people that come to mind?
Well, meeting you in person will be for the first time. Will be really, really, really cool. Bamada will be really cool. Like, yeah. To see Shaggy Shark first, and look versus the friend, that'll be awesome. If Chibi comes there, that'll be the first time meeting him. I'll be honored to meet you. Like so many people I would like to see. Like I only see like only like a handful of people. There's so many people. Like what 1,000 members or 900 members.
The community is relatively small in the grand scheme of things, but the fact that almost all of us, like, there's only like groups of like 20, 30 that actually meet amongst each other.
Yeah, I know people have, lives, they have families, they have kids to take care of, they have responsibilities. I understand that. It's more important than a card game and everything. But,
Okay, Horse, I know I've heard rumblings of Shaggy Shark will be at Grand Gathering, but no one needs him just dancing around going, "Hey guys!"
I would like to do that.
Yeah, just in the tournament last night.
Something at me at this point.
In the tournament last night on Smiths, he was talking about just running around listening to playing Shag, the little wow, what is that song? I'm sorry, it's the Kid Shark song.
Baby Shark?
Yeah. He was talking about rolling around with a little radio or whatever.
I love that.
Yeah, okay, I guess I can give you a hug, Shaggy Shark. Great.
Thought I was gonna get a hug.
Oh, everyone's gonna get a hug. Especially if I'm So, Enzo, going back to previous programs that you've done, previous character work, I know a lot of your character work when you're doing the friend cane, really graspy, really you go into that dark spot for your voice. How hard is that voice to actually do?
It's not really that hard. It doesn't render my voice box or nothing like that on my throat. It's just like it comes out like that.
Oh, really? Okay.
You
just have to give it that little rumble,
like, yeah, just like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough. I know for a couple of people, trying to do that for too long is definitely damaging to that larynx.
Yeah, I think at Marktoberfest I met the ladies man, Greg.
Harvey Luster.
Lust.
Greg Shockley,
Oh,
Oh my god, I was like, yo,
aka Harvey
yeah,
Lustin.
I like to do that voice, and he's it's a little tight here. I was like, oh man, really? It's really hard. Yes, it is. Oh,
definitely getting higher is definitely harder for a lot of people. Okay. But so we've talked about a little bit of that. Can we get a little bit into into your personal life? I know that you have your niece that you love and you give a lot of love to. You have your sister. I never hear anything else about the majority of your family. How big is your family?
well, having what 5 brothers and 4 sisters,
Nice big.
and maybe 50 nieces and nephews. Yeah,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's a lot of diapers.
yeah. But at least like half of them, they're grown up now.
Wait,
Well, they reproduced, and I was like,
are you youngest, middle of the pack?
I'm
Where are you?
in the middle.
In the middle.
In the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely a lot of family that's older than you.
Right.
A little bit of family younger. Like, what's your youngest sibling?
My youngest sibling would be both of my brothers. One is he turned 34 this year, this month, and the other one is 32.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, all of them are all grown adults. So yeah, but a lot of them have probably been having a lot of COVID babies at this point. So a lot of you little kids running around. Like, that is one thing that I noticed. There's a surprising amount of people or children now. Oh, Bombada would like to know your actual age.
Oh, 35.
35. Yes, no, you have that ever young face. So I know people get surprised when you say that you're 35.
Yeah. When I take off, all of this is like they see you
Super
30.
baby face. Oh yeah, no,
That's
no.
why
Like
I
I said,
asked.
he has the baby face. The fact that he has the beard and stuff gives him a little bit of older, but it doesn't put him past 30.
I was thinking my age. That's why I asked him a while ago. I couldn't remember. I thought he was closer than he actually was. I was thinking like 31, 32. I'm 28, so I was like, he's got to be somewhere close. But hey,
Dustin
family
looks
youth, man.
45. Well, so we got baby face and then we got old face. I think I just passed my first anniversary as a chibi.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's interesting.
Now my niece is saying yowie wowie now.
Yowie wowie. Oh no.
A 2-year-old girl say yowie wowie. It's like, all right. You're saying it too much.
The next generation Super Show player.
Yeah.
Start him young.
So, we was talking about your personal life and stuff like that. Also, it seems to me like you like a lot of, like scary, like horror movies and stuff like that. What are some of your favorites?
Friday the 13th is I think one of my favorite ones. And Chucky. I told Killer Dolls, like, jeez. But there's some comedy to it, to the killing he does and the way he talks. I was like, all right.
What about Puppet Master? I think is what Horse was saying. He said, what a puppet master.
Hey, puppet. Oh, that one freaks me out. Ooh. The old Puppet Master. Oh man, that freaks me out. I was like, whew. I look at all my puppets, dolls. It's like, Oh man, I'm gonna die over here.
Or could he be the? Could Ito be the plush toy? Could he be the plush toy master?
Probably not. Like I said,
Oh.
Ian still is wanting to say that you do that. But okay, so going back around into both personal and Super Show, where that line is, what got, because you enjoy wrestling, right? What was the first thing that got you into
When I got into wrestling was I was 6 years old, and the wrestler I saw was Tatanka.
Good guy. Met him in person quite a bit. He likes doing the convention circuit around here.
I was like, wow, Tatanka. And I do his thing every time around my bed, every time.
But the character Tatanka got you into wrestling, and from there, you still enjoy it?
Oh yeah. Hey, I have like vintage toys of WCW, ECW, WWF, and now WWE figures all around. Like,
so besides just stuffed animals, there's all the action figures. You're a big collector of a lot of different.
like
I'm gonna bring back an old game that we used to play. And
Alright,
what's your top 5 wrestling like?
Top 5
What's
favorite
your
wrestlers?
Top 5 wrestling. Yeah.
Top 5 wrestlers. Okay. Would be Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's one.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't
No, I
have
have
it set up. I can't pick up my hand.
I would have to put in the evil Doink the Clown in it. Not the
Interesting.
Bray Wyatt, the Undertaker, and Kane will be that.
Okay.
A lot of supernatural characters, and then a clown.
I find your Doink the Clown very interesting. What made him a favorite? Other than his...
What made him a favorite to me is that when he was doing his promos, that I liked how he did his promos, the way he talked, and then he said that I like to laugh, I like to have fun and everything, yada yada yada, make the people laugh, show little tricks and toys and everything, and then he changes in a second. I like to take those smiles away from them, and I was like, wow. He just said that. He wanted to take all the smiles away from the little kids. Like, wow. And the way I hear from Vince McMahon and Gorilla Monsoon would say, this man is sick. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I was the reason I asked you that is based on that, is kind of referring to how he would switch and how he would be that dark little heel type.
Yeah.
And I kind of get that vibe when a lot of times when I hear of everybody in your dark promos and stuff like that. That's interesting to me.
Oh yeah, it's that. It's not always everybody. When you see the card of everybody, you look at his face, all smiling, jolly, and everything. But like I said, there's a dark path that he went through, and when he, majestically, he had all the plush toys all around him, and then boom, something happened, and he created a bodybuilding, everything. There's more to it and everything. I think I put I put a post on it on SRG. I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but there's the story, a little part of the story background that's actually a little truth to it and everything. The truth. That's the reason why the bodybuilding and you have the friend come to light, and that of a friend that passed away. That's the thing. That was the only thing that triggered it.
I kind of remember a little bit of it. Which it's been a while, but But what are some of the plans for everybody that will, you don't have to really say,
Uh,
a lot like spoiler wise, but what can we expect from everybody?
well, you can expect that we're gonna do our best at Faction Wars. We're gonna do our best, and like, but I felt like I'm gonna target somebody in the LFF. I think there's two people that I want to target because those two people, like, well, one was Ron Hughes the third, and I want to work with him because he did a promo and that he put like a little clown face on the friend, and I was like, oh, okay. He did that promo, and I was like, all right, all right. I said I could do a rivalry with this one.
Ron's definitely one of those that has high promo
Oh
capability.
yeah, he did. His promos are amazing, including Cheshire as well. As like these guys know how to do their thing, and I say to another few people that do their promos really fantastic.
Cheshire is definitely less of a in-person promo and more of a host that will captivate.
Yeah, and then the other two are Piglet and Dick Thunderlips. Those are the other two. Like they can do promos and they can hit it where it hurts.
As long as they know who they're working with, they can do it pretty well.
I was
Granted,
gonna ask you about. Oh, sorry, Jimmy.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say about Danny Thunder. He was talking about me and he was talking about International Cool. Are you gonna hit him with something? I did. I still haven't heard much.
I'll hit him with something. I'll hit him with something probably during this week. I'll do a little International Cool kind of thing with him.
Can't wait to see that.
With what Chili? He calls himself Chili.
Chili.
I don't know. He calls himself 50 somethings. I don't know.
Yeah, he has a lot of different personalities. That is the one nice thing that came from the multiverse. People are just like, I got like 400 gimmicks. It's all good. Where's it work into the storyline? Have no clue.
Oh, yeah.
I thought my GPS was crazy for having 2, but I couldn't imagine 400.
I mean, like,
no, people were telling me that I'm the first person to have the 3 faces of Foley. I hear like a couple of people saying that I have the 3 faces of Foley. I was like, okay.
I like that because that's actually what I was planning on doing at first. I was supposed to have 3 characters like that, but I chose not to. I'm completely changing one of my, like, a new person. Too cool, but
so that is another question that I have. Do you actually see them at all of your characters as different sides to the same character? Or do you think that they're just different interpretations of the same person?
They're different. They're different. The last one you said with different person.
tellings of the same story. Because you have the friend Kane, who is definitely very evilish in his mindset, very dark. And then you have everybody Edo, who is more like that evil Doink the Clown, how you were saying, where fun, happy-go-lucky, and then smacks you. And then you have International Cool, who is just a bad guy and doesn't care about it. So all of them are just trying to be the villain in the story.
Yeah,
just
because
in a different flavor.
Yeah, because I really don't like to be a baby face. I really don't like that.
You like the idea of being the villain?
The heel is so better because there's no barriers. There's no limits to where you can go. There's no limits to go through the glass ceiling or you can go through the fourth wall and everything like that. The heel can do everything. It's way Because babyface, you have to like. There's limits to where you have to go because you can't and go through that because you're not going to be a babyface. You're going to be what is he heel now? It's like no.
I mean, there's plenty of tweeners.
Well, yeah.
I think more than anything, everyone is trying to be a tweener in Super Show because they want to have their cake and eat it too. But that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fixing to touch up on that. I was kind of wondering, which kind of like you just mentioned on, being a, I guess, face type of character is a whole lot harder in this community. I feel like it. I feel like there's way more heels than anything. I think we're all kind of, it's like a dog eat dog world, or universe, I should say.
Okay, so we're getting close to the last 15 minutes or so of our show. If you have any other questions, if you would like to get them in, please get them in now. Otherwise, we're going to be going into our last piece of segment in a minute. But, Edo, one last question out of me that has my, it's something that I've been thinking about more and more as I see the community growing and growing. You've been doing your best to get other people into the game. What is a person that you would like to see in the game with a card in their own interpretation? Who do you want to see?
Oh, I'd like to see. Oh my god, I want to see Arcade Aaron. I want to see him as
Arcade Aaron.
Yeah, he is a member of Paradise. I know I'm not part of Paradise no more, but I would like to see him as a card.
Aaron, the creator, or one of the creators of the Super Show Performance Center, definitely would like to see him in. You're not in Paradise, but you consider him a close friend, right?
Yes, I hang out with them every time I get a chance to on Sunday at locals.
I mean, they're your locals, and I think he's one of maybe 2 people in the entirety of Florida that's not in Super Show yet.
No, him and Andy Henderson. He is known as the trickster in the. We have a prankster now in the SRG now. We want a trickster. He's like
the self-proclaimed king of Schoolboy.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Is he calling himself a king now? Okay.
I would like to see his finishers. Like, if you have Schoolboy into this card pile, it's either you can't break out, or I was like,
it would be a little too tough.
That would be really good. I'm like, ooh.
Sorry.
Any last questions, Dustin?
Well, last thing for sure to talk about is I was going to mention is just, kind of like we were talking about moving forward and stuff like that. I'm really anxious to see us in Faction Wars. I appreciate you having me in it. I've grown to, to get to know these the newer players. I didn't know them at first because I hadn't played in 8 or 9 months, but I was looking forward to kind of, be a kind of like a little teachable, So I applaud you for inviting me and letting me into your Faction Wars as well.
No, when I first started saying Faction Wars, so I had to choose some of three veterans and 2 wild cards. And the 3 veterans I chose was you. You were the first one that I called. Turtle and Evil Ed. And the other 2 were Jack Norris and Larper. Those were the 2 wild cards because we don't know what they're going to bring into the table in this one. It's like, it'll be good, be bad. We don't know. But like I said, I'm trying to make it
Well, kind of like you said earlier in the show, the main thing is, as long as, I'm going to be honest with you, I look more into, I love the competition, but I've learned that part of this game more an enjoyment, having fun than actually, than the competitive side, which I'm not as when I first started out, I was really competitive, but I found that I've grown to love the game a whole lot more just by the people.
Oh yeah, because like late like early this year, I was in like in a bad place in SRG because I was obsessed with the intergalactic belt. It got over my head, and that really messed me up. And I took a lot of people for granted, and I was like, this is not me. This is definitely not me. I took for granted everybody, and I only cared about was that the intergalactic to get back, and I was like, I did something very horrible, really bad. I think I forgot what was most important, and it's to have fun, not about that.
Hmm.
Exactly. This
And
game
I,
is
And
all about having fun and enjoying it with
the,
friends.
yeah, I was
the
like, I
main
was
thing.
so emotional, and then like locals, I was like, I really messed up something in locals. I was like, I brought this by myself. I need to fix it. It's my fault. I need to fix this. So I had to regroup, sit down, and say, I messed up. So I tried every way I can to.
It's good that you took uh, personal responsibility for you, and it is good
It
that you are
takes.
trying to fix them, and hopefully they're all taken care of sooner
Yeah,
rather than.
I even
And if
I
I,
even Dick Thunderlips too about that. I was like, that title, I forgot what was most important. It was just to have fun. I was like, I messed up.
and to mainly say it, it takes a man a lot of times to apologize. So I applaud you for that. You realize your mistakes. You apologize for them like a man, and you move forward.
I'm gonna be like the Lord of the Rings, Precious.
So our last
We have.
question before we
Oh,
get
sorry.
into our breakdown segment is from the Dark Prince in Zoom. If you would please unmute and say your question.
What's going on, though, Atto?
Hey,
My simple question is to you, and this is going to be a very, very tough one for you. If you were able to go to any company and you cannot bring any WWE wrestlers with you for a tag team title shot, which company will you go for, and which tag titles will you gun for?
we'll go for the what? For it cannot be WWE.
Yeah, it can be it cannot be a WWE wrestler. You cannot bring a WWE wrestler with you. But
Okay.
if you went to any other companies and you were going after tag titles, which tag team titles will you go for, and which company will it be? More or less.
Kind of like what indie person would you pick to kind of like be your tag?
Who would you
Exactly.
pick? Yeah, who would you pick as your partner, and what titles would you?
I would pick Kenny Omega.
Okay.
And I think it will be to take away the Usos titles, the Bloodlines titles.
Okay.
Okay, so you will go to SmackDown then. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
All right. I appreciate that.
Take you guys do your thing. Thank you, Atto.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you, Mikey.
No problem.
And we are at that point in the program where you get the chance to ask any questions to both to me and to Dustin. What would you like to
I'm
ask
gonna
them?
hide.
Alright.
I'm gonna
Hey,
hide.
hey, you don't get to hide. You don't get to hide. This is your show.
Oh.
All right. For Dustin, when and where? It don't have to be this year. It could be next year. It's up to you. When will International Cool and Too Cool join forces? Well, if you can give us, a year, end of this year, 2 years, 3 years, it doesn't matter with you.
Holy baloney fudge and mustard. I could probably work something out. We could talk about it. It just you just gotta make sure you're too cool.
Oh yeah, international cool man.
I don't know. That's we'll talk on that. I'd be down. I mean, I'm always open. I'm really laid back, so.
Okay, Chibi.
What's
All right. Husk has been telling me this every single time. I don't know why. He wants to know if it's okay if he can see, your daughter right now, so he can say hi. I know it's not a question. I know it's okay, but he's like, just say hi.
I think she's running out to go outside. Catherine. Catherine,
Here we go.
you want to say hi on the screen?
Can I go back to hiding now?
She's saying no.
Oh.
Yeah, she's getting ready to go outside. She's definitely not in the mood to come say hi to Daddy's friends online.
Okay. Okay.
You have another
He-
question instead?
Chibi. Okay. Let me think. Oh boy. Will you ever have a buddy building match in your Seat of Power?
I've had buddy building matches at every single Seat of Power.
Oh really? Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, no. People hate them. People want me to get rid of them off of the schedules. But I have it on Thursday nights. I have it on the Seat of Power tournament structure because I feel the tournament that you get or the match type of the buddy building is simple enough and causes enough chaos that people freak out way too much over it. But it's such a simple gimmick that it doesn't cause things to go too extra long. Like people always go, this match is too long. It's like, no, it's not. You blow up 5 things. Congratulations. Now you can't blow up anything else anymore.
Yeah.
And you're not getting bonuses from anything, or from the finishers. So it's not like people are getting advantages on you because of it. So I don't know why people are so scared of going into the buddy. Maybe it's just because of what they think about of the buddy building being, and just like I don't want to go in there.
I mean, after the tables match, I was scared that I was.
No,
Gonna
it's
get
not a
lariat.
tables match.
So-
If it was like that, then yes. If you had to have every lariat in play, then by God, yes. No, that would be horrifying of a match. But
I was just saying, I felt like the buddy building was actually luring me in as we were playing. I mean, I lost my mind. So
I don't know how many lariats I did with that. It's like, oh,
too many. And if
let,
we had it,
let me count.
let
me
if we
count.
still had,
53.
I don't know if it's actually 53. We would have to
It's
actually
not.
get the video back. I don't know where the video is. If someone has the video of that match, please get it to me so I can post it and go through it and just do a reaction video to it.
I don't even want to watch it.
Say you don't want to watch it. I would love to watch it.
see it as well. It's like, wow.
But folks,
All right.
that is all the time we have today for Tell Me About Yourself. Next week we are not doing a show due to me being traveling, and I technically could get a show in, but I will also be jet lagged. And I would rather not be jet lagged, especially at my size.
Yes.
But Dustin, what do we have when we're coming back in 2 weeks? So that's
All
the
right.
8th.
So coming up the 8th of November, I'm gonna have a special guest. We know her as Nico.
Oh,
As our
Lucky
special
Cat
guest.
Neko. Well, that's going to be definitely a good show. What else?
And coming the 15th, my special guest is I was talking to him earlier. Me personally, I'm not really familiar with him, but that's what this show is all about. Tell us about yourself. It's gonna be Ron. I don't want to butcher his last name, but it's Hough. Is it
Third.
who? Yeah,
Ron
Hugh.
Hugh. Third.
Okay, Ron Hugh. Okay, whew. And then he's gonna be on the 15th.
Perfect. All right. So we have a lot of people lined up, ready to go in to tell us about yourself. Eto, once again, thank you so much for being on the show. We've had you on,
Yes.
I think, 3 times now, but it's always a pleasure nonetheless.
I want to say thank you also. I know I wasn't here the second time that you were on, and I apologize. I don't, which I didn't realize, but I always appreciate you being around and what you do in the community. You play. I'm looking forward to Faction Wars with you, and I'm looking forward to meeting you. It's been a long time coming, and we will talk about that too. Cool little tag team, okay?
But until then, guys, can I get a bye, man?
See you
man.
guys.
Later.